Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Make dinner with me as I show you how I love to cook my mutton stew. If you don't know what mutton is, it is just a sheep meat. So meat we get from the sheep is called mutton. Most of our butchers in Uganda actually disguise our mutton meat for goat meat. So every time you go and buy goat meat, just know sometimes it is mutton and you are just not being told. Not to freak you out, there is nothing wrong with mutton meat. If anything, it is also just as tasty as goat meat. So right there, I'm showing you guys all the ingredients that I will be using in this video. Make sure to customize yours. Use whatever you have. It does not matter. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, but you can go ahead and customize and also do what you want to do. Now, earlier I did boil my meat. I love my meat super soft and tender, so I did boil it for a minute. After boiling it, I put the stock. I decided to start by browning my meat. Now, after my meat has been browned all nice and juicy, I don't wait for it to get overly brown. I do add my onions and my garlic in there so it can brown together with the aromatics while they are giving it more flavor from its original flavor. While our meat cooks down, let me share with you guys my favorite Bible scripture right now in this season. It's in the book of Luke, chapter 12, verses 47, and it reads, "And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes." Here the Lord was talking about a faithful servant and an unfaithful servant, like a steward that is faithful and one that is not faithful. And he said that if you know your master's will, or if you know God's will and you are not doing it, you will be beaten with very many stripes. 48 goes ahead to say, "But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes." So ignorance can be forgiven. He that knew not but did the things that he deserves to be punished for will be beaten, but with a few stripes, because they did not know, they will be excused. This is my favorite part of verse 48, which says, "For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him will they ask the more." Now, this literally tells me that for whoever we see having much, much is required of them, and they are paying the price, which is giving much because they have much. Now, before we go ahead to make these big prayers, "God bless me with this, God make me this, God make me that," are you willing to pay the price of having much? So that much is required of you. That CEO you think is making it big, are you willing to pay the price that CEO is paying? The sleepless nights, the hard work and everything, because much has been given unto him. He has to keep it together. He has to steward it well. Therefore, much is required of him. So this is what has been in my meditation this whole day. Before we ask for those big things that the Lord can bless us with, are we ready to pay the price? Because for whom much is given, much is also required. Sailor. Now back to our cooking. I did add my celery sticks in after my onions. Now, if you don't know what celery sticks is, if you know what celery is, when you take off the leaves, that part that remains is what I cut and then prepped so I can use it in my stews. It gives it very good flavor. If you think garlic flavors your food, try celery sticks and you will thank me later. They also have a good number of health benefits, so count me in with anything that contains veggies in my food. You guys already know that I'm passionate about a wellness, and so anything that contains having healthy food, count me in. That is why we make our meals at home, and that is why we are very much intentional with everything we do and how we curate our meals. I went ahead to season my food with a little bit of salt, because while I was boiling my meat, I did add salt into it. So just a little bit of salt, and then I added lots of turmeric, because if you know, turmeric has very many health benefits, including being an antioxidant, an anti-inflammatory, and all those good things. for your skin and for your body. On the other side of the stove, I made sure to boil my white basmati rice because I'm gonna enjoy this stew with rice for dinner. Kept it simple, added in my tomatoes. If you like, you can actually blend your tomatoes or blend your veggies, but I feel like every time I blend my veggies, I do get a funnier taste, and I feel like the flavoring of my food changes. I don't know if it's just me, but if you experience the same thing with blended tomatoes, let me know in the comment section so I know that I am not being dramatic or I am not exaggerating. Meanwhile, you guys, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for all that comment, love, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you for all the support that you are showing me. Anyway, back to our sauce. Make sure you let your veggies cook down until they are nice and soft before you add in your broth. Now, if you do not have broth, I did keep mine from boiling earlier when I decided to boil my meat. But if you do not have your broth, you guys, make sure you use water. It is literally the same thing. It's just that the broth keeps the flavoring of the meat, and then the water just dissolves the flavoring. But if you are not like interested in the flavor that much, you can actually use water. I also love to add my green peppers in last because I feel like they add a little more color and a little more flavor and aroma to our sauce. I let this simmer on low heat so everything can come together and mix in so well. Also, the vlogs are coming back. A lot is just going on behind the scenes. I will be sharing with you guys everything once it is ready. You just have to be patient with me for giving you guys the food content because it is what I can make right now while I am still getting busy finishing up a few things behind the scenes. But once it is all done, I'm definitely coming back and we shall be sharing. Now, before you know it, your sauce is ready. You can serve this with matoke. If you love matoke, you can do rice like I'm doing, or you can do posho or even kalo or cassava, whatever it is you want to eat this with, it will go so well. Also, I love my sauce a little on the soupier side so I can enjoy it very well with my food. If you are not the kind that loves a lot of soup, you can actually leave out the soup part and just enjoy the nyama choma or the muchomo. And before you know it, I did serve my food with rice over there. We enjoyed this food, you guys. It was so tasty. I hope you get to try it out so you and your family can get the same experience.